Hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening whenever you're seeing this. So as you can tell, we're kind of in a different space than we usually are. My room is a disaster zone right now. We kind of rearranged some furniture in there, so I can't do it at my normal desk, so you guys are hanging out with me in my living room. This is going to be the reading for the new moon in Aries coming up on April 1st. And it's going to be bringing in some themes of like really getting to understand your true self, coming into and honoring what it is that you truly desire, and really getting honest about, the way that you want to move forward in things at this time. Aries is kind of considered like the astrological new year in a sense. The sign of Aries is what starts off, our wheel of the year. And so we're kind of in this stage of like new beginnings, new ideas. It's been a little bit, we had a little bit of time in early March and part of February where we didn't have any signs or planets, or we didn't have any planets and any fire signs. So it's good to have the sun and, even Mercury kind of moving into some fire signs. Really brings out people's creativity, their passion, their drive. Aries kind of gets this bad rap for being a feisty, out of control, like quick to say things, quick to, start some shit, if you will. And that's kind of just like a bad stereotype for Aries. Aries in its true self, though, is extremely passionate and driven. Aries is kind of one of those signs that, like, they go for exactly what they want in their heart, whatever it may be at that time. They are extremely true to themselves. So we don't do sign hate here. Each sign has its ups and each sign has its its qualities. It's good and it's bad. So we're kind of doing this reading a little bit differently. I am going to be shuffling, like you've been seeing me do as I've been speaking to you. And then as the cards are falling out, I'm going to be laying them down. I'm kind of reading them as they appear. So let's just kind of start off with the stuff that we've seen so far at this point. So far we have the Eight of Pentacles here. So a lot of you guys are definitely aligning with your creativity and the way that you're doing things, which I'm not surprised to see it here since we're in Aries season, This is a great time for starting or even just becoming aware of new creative projects that you would like to do. I know for me, myself, personally, this is the start of gardening season. So I've been doing a lot of like gardening projects, just getting things prepared, getting ready. Eight of Pentacles is like a card of mastery for something. So, you're putting in the practice and putting in the work towards whatever it is that you're doing at this time. Next we have the Three of Pentacles here. So the Three of Pentacles is synergy. It's this really good synergy energy. It's this, linking up with multiple people. It's usually represented by people having like this nice little party, this little get together. So that Three of Pentacles is really, you're just really vibing right now, really in this synergy of the Aries energy, our Aries new moon. We also have the Hermit in reverse here. So the Hermit is associated with Virgo energy. So maybe take a peek, double check where Virgo is in your birth chart. And with the Hermit being in reverse, I'm getting this like feeling that the Hermit's usually associated with like pulling yourself out of like social situations for a little bit in order to gain like a higher knowledge. And with the Hermit being in reverse, I feel like you guys are in this space of like you have been kind of in this Hermit mode energy. Our last full moon was in the sign of Virgo. So I feel like really we're kind of pulling ourselves out of this energy of being secluded, this energy of our spiritual vacation, if you will, in a sense. We kind of took this hibernation period to just rest and recuperate and really think about ourselves and how we're feeling. I feel like with the Hermit in reverse, you guys are starting to come out of your shell. You're starting to feel motivated again, start to feel, you know, feel the sun and feel like you are ready to be back in the world, really. With the Hermit too, I don't know if you can really tell, but it is like this person looking at this mirror. I don't know how well you can see the mirror. I'm trying not to get the sun glare on it too much. But so this is really a card of self-reflection and looking deep into oneself to better understand like the things that we're going through, and the actions that we do, the things we do. And so we're really starting to come out of that energy of self-reflection, and now we're starting to kind of walk it out a little bit. You know, we've had our time to sit and reflect, and now is the time to, instead of just reflecting, it's time to put those plans into action. Start implementing realistic steps and goals to get to these places and deal with these things that we became aware of in our time of reflection. Excuse me, I'm like, my throat is kind of like not having it today. I think it's just seasonal allergies, you guys. So my apologies if you see me like touching my neck a little bit. Could just maybe mean I need to reconnect with my throat chakra a little bit, you know how it is sometimes, but let's move on. So we have the Princess of Pentacles here. So the Princess of Pentacles is a card of, in this deck, the Princess of Pentacles is the equivalent of the Page of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So in my deck, it's the Princess of Pentacles, but it's kind of like the Page of Pentacles, really. So with the Princess of Pentacles, this is like someone bringing in this beautiful new Pentacles opportunity. So some of you might be seeing with this Aries new moon, bringing in these feelings of like personal abundance. Some of you guys might even be receiving job offers. The Page of Pentacles usually represents like an actual physical person in your life. Pentacles are associated with earth signs, so you got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that could possibly be in your life. But it doesn't have to be. It's just associated with like earth sign energy, but it's not necessarily earth sign. So take that as you will. But Pentacles come bearing new opportunities, and opportunities for not just like your personal finances, but opportunities for abundance, opportunities to feel abundant. And I just really feel like we're holding these opportunities in our hands. We have these things like in our hands available to us, and we're marveling at these things that we have manifested and brought into our life. If you guys have not watched my moon energy video, I'm going to go ahead and leave it like linked up, whatever side I don't know what side it's going to end up on for the video, but wherever it ends up here in the iCards up here, I'm going to leave that video linked so that way you guys can go take a look at my moon energy video. But the new moon is a really good time for setting intentions and manifestation. It's the time to set your intentions and begin thinking about what you would like to manifest at the time of the full moon. And so this Aries new moon energy, we're at the very beginning. Like I was saying earlier, Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. It's like the first one, what we consider the astrological new year, basically. So with the new moon in the very, baby of the zodiac sign of Aries, this is a really good time to not just manifest for the full moon, but manifest what you want for yourself for this astrological new year. Start to think about, where would I like to be in 12 months? Where would I like to be, in a certain amount of time? This is really a time to think big, you guys. This is, I mean, we're talking new moon energy doubled, because we are in this basic space of like anything could happen, anything could be possible and capable. I feel like that Princess of Pentacles card too, holding this pentacle in her hand, it's almost like she's holding this little globe, this little world. It's like you have the whole world in your hands. You know, this whole world of opportunity available to you. The world is your oyster, but maybe that's your pearl, you know? And I just really feel like there is a lot available to all of us at this time, especially. So really start to think big. Think big about what you would like to manifest on this new moon with this Aries energy, this really powerful fire sign energy that we use to cultivate these passions and these things in our life. And then one of the other cards that came out was also the Magician in reverse. And so I feel as though some of you guys are kind of doubting your personal power of manifestation here. Some of you guys might be in this space where you don't feel capable. And I just want to remind you that you are capable of anything that you set your mind to. Everybody in their heart and their spirit has the ability to manifest their wildest dreams. Everybody has this power and this magic available to them. And it's all about your mindset, you guys. It is all about the vibes that you carry, like in your heart, if you truly believe it and you're acting through it. It's all about, connecting with your ability to do these things. And if you don't feel capable, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't feel capable, you won't be capable to do these things. If you don't feel like you're qualified for some reason, if that Princess of Pentacles is a job opportunity, some of you guys might not feel qualified for the position being brought into you. Maybe the thing that you're thinking about manifesting for this new moon is something that just feels like it's out of your league, feels like it is outside of your wheelhouse. And I just want to let you know that, the only thing that limits you, the thing that limits you the most, not the only thing, because there are external circumstances that can be limiting to people. I do want to say that, manifestation's not going to get you out of something extremely serious, but manifestation will help you change your mindset about your circumstances. The only thing that we can control in this lifetime, in this world, is ourselves, and the way that we react, the way that we choose to handle these situations. Y'all see my dog being a little weirdo back there? It's because he is like crazy about light, and so he's seeing like these cards are kind of like, you see how like on my face I kind of like do this little like light wiggle? It's because he's seeing that, and so he's like being a little crazy. He's so cute though. I love it when he does like those little triangle puppy ear things. He's so cute. Let's see, can you see him? His little triangle ears. He's so cute. Anyway, I was even telling you guys that like your mindset is what determines your outcome, basically. Look what popped out. I don't know if you can shoot. My bad, you guys. It's really bright. I'm doing the best I can, okay, with the circumstances, but the only thing that holds you back is the chains that you put on yourself. So with this Eight of Swords card, the Eight of Swords is a card of like the restrictions, the chains that we bind ourselves with. And with this card being in reverse, you guys, the power is here. There is this energy here of being able to take off the chains that are binding you and release yourself from this mental prison. In the Eight of Swords, it is, look, oh my gosh, bottom of the deck energy is the Death card, you guys. I am shuffling currently with this deck, so, it might change, but, like, come on. This is a powerful, powerful time of transformation, of new growth. And, like, with the Eight of Swords, what if you believed? What if you really looked at yourself and was like, I can do that. Instead of telling myself I can't do this thing because of XYZ, what if I did? Start thinking about, you guys, what would happen if you did? What would happen if this thing that you were manifesting came into your life? Like, what would you do with it? Would it change your life? Like, is this something that's like, you guys are thinking about changing your life, your whole world, your whole being? Are you thinking of, like, becoming a different person? Changing who you are deeply on the inside? I just want to say, like, transformation is possible, you guys, and the only thing holding you back from this is yourself. And so really start to think, like, if I wasn't telling myself these things, you know, could I do it? If I started telling myself that I could do it, how would it change? Like, actually take some time this week, you guys, when you're setting your new moon intentions. Take this time to actually start telling yourself, no, I can do this thing. I am capable. I am worthy. I keep having to adjust because the sun is, like, blinding me here a little bit, so thanks for rolling with me, you guys. Anyway, the last thing we were talking about was the Eight of Swords. And I just really encourage you with this Aries energy to really just, like, believe in yourself. You know? Like, I think in society we get so caught up in, like, not wanting to sound pretentious or, like, full of ourselves. And I feel like Aries energy is, like, telling you guys, like, no, you deserve to be confident. You deserve to be prideful of yourself. And, like, you deserve to be connected with your abundance and your ability to do these things. Aries is associated with the ram, you guys. And, like, I don't know if you've ever seen a ram. They are, like, the most confident. They are ready to rock anything that comes into their path. And they're, like, they're not stubborn in a sense, but kind of. They kind of are a little bit. And I don't want to say stubborn, that's not the right word, but it's like, they come in and they face challenges head on and they say, no, I am going to do this. Like, this is where I'm going. I'm going this way. You get out of my way. Like, I'm going here. And so I feel like a lot of you guys really have to, like, really are being called to connect with that strong, self-assured energy of, like, going in the direction you need to go or want to go. You know, starting to push past and say, you know, push past your personal limitations. And then we also have the Five of Swords in reverse. So if you guys watched my early morning tarot video that I did, I think it was earlier last week, like Friday or something. If you watch that video, the Five of Swords in reverse came up as well too, and I feel like it's still relevant here. I'll leave that one linked wherever the top part is. I'm a wreck, you guys. I will go ahead and leave that one linked up top as well too, if I can. But with that Five of Swords in reverse, it's, you guys are walking away. I feel like it's still relevant that you're walking away from these conflicts. You're walking away from these circumstances where you feel like everybody is against you. You're walking away and you're choosing to move differently. You're choosing to move in a new way, in a new direction, in a new light. You're moving differently, just in general. Like, a lot of this is changing who you are from a very deep, I feel like a lot of this is very deep core stuff that you guys are going through right now. It's like you're rewriting the way that you talk to yourself in your brain, you know? I feel like that's what a lot of you guys are having to go through right now, is you're learning how to speak to yourself more kindly. Or at least maybe you're not speaking to yourself kindly, and maybe that's what this new moon is trying to bring to your attention, you guys. Maybe they're trying to remind you, you know, you're all you got at the end of the day. You know, you have to treat yourself kindly on the inside. And let's see, we got the Four of Swords here. So the Four of Swords is a card of rest, recuperation, of choosing to, like, take some time out to really just, like, leg in meditation and prayer and In the traditional Rider-Waite, in the Four of Swords, that person is seen like laying in a church. Like they're preparing, like they're resting before this thing. And so I feel like a lot of you guys really need to take some time to like take a step back, pull yourself out of this craziness for a little bit, and really just take some time to rest, you guys. Don't be so hard on yourself. And I think especially with Aries energy too, we have, you know, like I was saying, we have the moon in Aries, the new moon in Aries, and then the Mercury in Aries as well too right now. And Mercury is, you know, like a very fast moving energy. And so with that being in the sign of Aries, a lot of you guys might be feeling this like drive, this like go, go, go and like hustle energy. So I really feel like it's important for you. That's like a card of like, don't overdo it. Make sure that you're taking time to rest and take care of yourself. And don't push so hard in this energy that you end up burnt out. And then the other card that came out too was also this Two of Pentacles. Boop. I don't know if you can see it. So we had the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles was the second card that we pulled out of this deck today. And the Two of Pentacles, again, is about synergy, but more so it's about balance. It's about juggling, you know, things. And it's also a card of choice, too, in a way. I mean, if you've ever tried juggling anything, it's much easier to juggle just two objects than it is more objects. And I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to, like, balance your priorities. 2 is, like, a perfectly balanced number. It's not an odd number. There's no piece that's sitting out that's not there. 2 is, you know, it's balanced. There's equalness to it. Just a general synergy. Like, if you look, you know, if you turn this card sideways, that's like an infinity symbol. So there's definitely things moving. There's this synergy and energy flowing right now, too. I feel like you guys are, like, in this space of, like, learning how to not get caught up in this energy. How to not, you know, how to toe the line. You know, you ride the energy for your personal, like, motivation and your personal, like, abundance without letting it consume you. I feel like that's what that card is here for. It's to, it came out with the Four of Swords, and it's like reminding you guys, telling you guys, you know, you can use this energy to your advantage without being completely consumed by it. Fire can be all-consuming. I mean, fire is literally, like, it eats things. It, you know, destroys things in its path. But it can also be a source of warmth, a source of energy, literal energy. Like, we use it to, you know, we've used it for steam engines and, you know, generators and all these other things. We use it for gas stoves and furnaces. And it's like, it can be both a good thing and a bad thing, but it depends on how you're using it, how you're harnessing it. And it's also about moderation. You know, fire in moderation is a good thing. It's a very useful, helpful tool, but it can also be destructive when in the wrong hands. So I feel like a lot of you guys are like having to bring into awareness this balance of not letting it consume you, not letting it get out of hand for yourself. Okay, so we're going to pull a few more cards from this deck. We're just going to see if there's any last messages for us. I feel like sometimes we can end up in this, like, out of control, like, you know, disconnected space. Sometimes we're disconnected to, like, protect ourselves. And all right, perfect. Okay, so we ended up with 5 cards here to end out. So the first card that came out, you guys, can I English today? The first card that came out, oh my goodness, is the Hanged Woman. So the Hanged Woman is about its suspension. It's in this energy of, like, neither here nor there. You're kind of just waiting for the right moment. In this card, it's a trapeze artist, you know, so like if you've ever been to like a circus or anything like that, you've seen a trapeze artist where they swing back and forth and they have to wait for the exact right moment to make their move, to make their leap, and to leap from their holds, I'm trying not to get the sun, I'm sorry. To leap from the thing that's holding them in place and let go. And there is a moment of suspension in air where they are completely unbound, where they are completely free, but they're also completely vulnerable too. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are like in this space of like, you're ready. You're getting ready to make this leap. You're getting ready to make this move and start moving forward, but you're kind of like hesitating. Some of you might be hesitating to make that leap and that letting go for fear of that moment of vulnerability. And so, you know, some of you might just have to be connecting with the momentum of your life right now and just kind of starting to go with the flow a little bit. The next card that came out after the Hanged Woman was the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is complete, like, abundance. She is a person that is very connected with her wealth and abundance. She is somebody who has manifested everything in her life. She is independent and connected with her feminine energy. Anyway, so the Queen of Pentacles, this is a person who is connected with their abundance, their ability to create. This queen has created this beautiful orb of magic in her hands, this beautiful ball of light and energy. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are in this space of creation, of creating this beautiful, abundant life for yourself, connecting with who you are and connecting with your power to create. I really feel like it's pretty analogous to the Magician card that we were looking at. I mean, if you look at them, let me grab both of them. If you look at them, they're both kind of doing the same thing in a way. The Magician is literally creating something from nothing. And the Queen of Pentacles is almost this like person who has already materialized it. You know, they're creating something from nothing. It's almost a bit more tangible too as well. So a lot of you guys are in this space of creation, creating yourself, creating this life that you want to live, creating this energy that you can connect with. And it's just your pure energy. It's your own heart, your own life source outside of your body. I feel like whatever you are hung up on in that Hanged Woman card, that you are in a space where you are actually able to manifest it. On the other side of that vulnerability and that letting go, there's power in the release. There's power in the letting go and the trusting and the faith of moving forward. I feel like once you finally get through that mental blockage of thinking that you're not enough, that you're going to start to connect with your personal abundance, like truly connect with your personal abundance. The card that came out next was the World, and the World is the final card of the Major Arcana. It is a card of completion, of total completion. It is the end of a journey, a full transcendence from following the Fool's journey. It's a transcendence from this material life into this greater knowledge and plane of understanding. The world is like a collective as a whole. And so I feel like you're creating a new world for yourself. You're creating a new reality. I feel like especially, like, I don't know about you guys, if you believe in, like, portal energy, or if you believe in, like, the Mandela effect and, like, parallel universe and such, I feel like there's been, like, so many portals available to people recently. I feel like what's really going on here with this Aries moon is, like, when you guys start setting intentions and start thinking about what it is that you want to manifest, I feel like this time is extremely powerful, you guys, for actually, like, timeline, like portal jumping, you know, jumping into different realities. Like, you guys are actually manifesting with this Aries new moon. You guys are actually manifesting this whole new plane of reality for yourself, this whole world. So guys, I would super dream big at this point. I would shoot for the moon, the stars. I would shoot for planets you don't even know about and galaxies far, far away at this point. Like, I would dream so big that you just, like, you don't even know what to do with it. Like, shoot for outer space with these dreams, with this new reality manifesting in this new moon. Like, you guys, it's powerful energy. So we have 2 cards left that came out. We have the 2 of Cups. And so this is a card about connecting with others. I also view it as a card of, like, connecting with your divine self, your higher self. If you look at these 2 people in this card, they look very similar to one another. They look very similar to one another. They have similar hair types, and they have these mountains behind them. But looking at it, it can kind of almost view as like angel wings in a way. So I kind of view this card as like really connecting with your intuition, with your divine, like, higher self, your counterpart. You know, if you're, I just realized that's like the second card we had of like mirror energy. Let me look through these ones on the ground here. They're all on the floor. Don't judge me. But we had like that hermit card here with like looking at yourself in the mirror and then moving into these 2 people right here that are like similar to each other. Like mirroring yourself. I'm not even joking, you guys. I feel like that's a mirror, that's a portal, honestly. Like, if you are someone who believes in portals, like, I feel like this moon is honestly powerful portal energy. It's just a matter of whether you can believe that in a timeline for you that there's this energy available to you. Because we were talking earlier about like dreaming big, and I really feel like this is a time for dreaming big, dreaming bigger than you've ever dreamed before, and starting to like really create a tangible world for yourself. And you're literally like looking at yourself and you're saying like, hey, let's go, let's do this. Like, you're vibing with yourself. You're like truly connecting with yourself and like who you are, who you want to be. Whoever that person is, whether it's yourself, whether it's like a divine counterpart or like your, some of you that could be like a soulmate situation. I don't really get the soulmate vibe from this reading, if I'm being honest, so I don't really think that's what it's supposed to represent, but of course everybody's life is different, so, you know, however you see it for yourself. I really think it's like higher self, higher energy, higher consciousness thinking that we're aligning with. And then the last card that we ended up with here was the 3 of Swords. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Ouch. Like, that does not look good. Like, why would we like deal with the timeline jumping and like dreaming big if we're only gonna end with the 3 of Swords? And like, I feel like this card gets such a bad rap sometimes for being a card of like heartbreak. I feel like, honestly though, what this really is like, I feel like you need to ask yourself, like, if I don't start going for, I feel like this is your heart in the present. I feel like you are in this space right now of like heartbreak, of your soul being weary and being tired, and like, I feel like it's time to ask yourself, like, is the life you're living right now worth it? Is it worth this pain? Is it worth the heartache and the heartbreak that you're going through right now? Like, truly, is the life that you're living right now in this current state with this current energy? Like, is this current state of heartbreak that you're in right now worth the life that you're living? Is the life that you're living worth this? Wouldn't you rather shoot for the moon, the stars, and end up maybe somewhere better. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen if you start dreaming bigger is this, which is the life that you're already living right now. The life you're already living right now is full of heartache, heartbreak, and pain. And, like, don't get me wrong, there will never be a life, like, without heartbreak and, like, personal pain. But, like, if you're dreaming big, and, like, this is the worst thing that can happen to you, and you're already living through this worst thing for yourself, like, is it really going to hurt to try? Is it going to, if you're already in this state of pain, and the worst thing that can happen is you're in this pain again, like, why not? You know, why wouldn't you push for something better for yourself? Why wouldn't you push and go forward and, like, dream this big dream for yourself when the worst thing that can happen is already the pain that you're feeling right now? Like, and with that being said, if the pain that you're feeling right now in this life, in this vessel, in this timeline for yourself, if this is the worst thing that could be for you right now, imagine how much better it could be. Imagine how much better it could be if you allowed yourself to dream big, if you believed in yourself, okay? If you truly believed in yourself for once and stopped shitting on yourself and stopped telling yourself, I can't do this. I'm not qualified. I'm not capable. So-and-so over there is already doing it. So-and-so's doing it. I don't need to do it. I'm going to stay in my comfort zone. I'm going to stay in my pain. I'm going to stay in this place that I feel is safe because it's what I know right now. Instead of allowing myself to really, like, transcend. I could stay in my comfort zone. I could stay in my place. I could stay right where I'm at. I don't have to move. But if you did, if you dream big, where would you go? I feel like that's really, really what this Aries energy is, like, calling to you guys. It is literally the universe saying, hey, you're not where we want you to be. You're not where you should be. You're not where we feel like you could be. If you broke your own chains for yourself, if you allowed yourself to, like, really, really be, like, who we feel like you could be, if you could step into yourself, if you could jump realities, you know, you could portal hop and, like, really connect with, like, what we want for you. You can go from this, okay, not thinking you're worthy. You can go from not thinking you're worthy and struggling to put together something. If you look, this magician's literally holding broken pieces. You could go from that to this. You could go to this. You could be here with this Queen of Pentacles energy, with this whole world, this whole universe, this whole whatever you want it to be, it could be in your hands. All you gotta do is believe in yourself. So, whew. I think sometimes we end up in these, like, places where this energy just, like, sweeps us off our feet. I feel like that's really where we, like, ended up with this. So, anyway, I hope that didn't just, like, completely, no, I take that back. I really hope it swept you guys off your feet, because if you look at this reading and it encourages you to go and chase your dreams and the things that you've been, like, that your soul has been screaming for, that you've been longing for, if this encourages you to go and chase your dreams, then I have done my job at the end of the day. So, thank you for joining me today, you guys. And if no one's told you today, I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys.